There is no abundance without harmony. I love harmonies. I love singing harmonies and listening to harmonies. And when I do that, I feel a sense of soothing. It's like a salve for my being. And harmony is part of nature, like the singing bowl. Hopefully you were able to hear the multiple tones from this one instrument, the overtones, they're called, and they naturally occur. Every tone has harmonious overtones. And some instruments, you can hear them better than others. And then there are the overtones that we cannot hear with the human ear, but they exist infinitely anyways. Harmony is a natural, divine law. So it is impossible to be in the abundant design, to be in abundant flow, without also being in harmony with all that is. You know, I think about a river flowing, like the meditation I offered earlier in this series. A flowing river doesn't only support one form of life, right? A river flows and supports all the life that is there. That is the nature of a flowing river. Just like your flow, your abundant flow is all of life's abundant flow and cannot be in dissonance, right? Out of harmony with the rest that is in flow. So one of the things that you and I get to untangle from is this idea that my abundance is going to take away from you, or you hustling for more doesn't impact the greater whole. It is always in harmony with the whole to be in the abundant flow. And actually, one of the ways you and I might use that spiritual law of harmony as a gauge to hold ourselves and our desires to, like, is this coming from a place of truth and wholeness? Or am I motivated or desiring this from a place that is out of alignment, from misbelief or miseducation or cultural programming that is out of alignment? One of the ways you can answer that, if you're troubled in answering that, is it in harmony with the people around me? Is it in harmony with the environment? Is this good that I desire causing harm or hurt to others? These are ways to evaluate as you learn to get in touch with your divinely inspired map to greater good. As you learn to get in touch with being tuned in and truly turned on and creating from that. As you and I stumble in that learning process, in that discernment process, here's a tip and trick to discern whether what you are intending to create or what your heart is desiring is really your true heart, is really motivated from your wholeness and from harmony. Just check it out. Sit for a minute and consider the bigger house, the faster car, the relationship with that specific person. Is it in harmony? Does it create harm or hurt? These are really important questions as you and I step into greater responsibility for our place in this wholeness, in this abundant life, getting into right relationship with this abundant life. I want to share from Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Juicy, amazing book. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. But she shares in the book about an experiment they did around the harvesting of sweetgrass and what they found in the experiment. But first, what they've long known culturally in the indigenous people who make use of sweetgrass in this country. They knew that humans participate in a symbiosis in which sweetgrass provides its fragrant blades to the people, and people, by harvesting, create the conditions for the sweetgrass to flourish. Harmony. Harmony. But what they were able to prove in this scientific university-funded research project of sweetgrass was that the untended sweetgrass, the unharvested, completely untouched and left alone and nourished and nurtured just the same as the other patch of sweetgrass that was harvested, did not flourish. And the harvested patch of sweetgrass that they studied did better and flourished after the harvest. So the question was, in their study, how do we show respect to the plant world? And this was one of the outcomes. Sustainable harvesting can be the way we treat a plant with respect, by respectfully receiving its gift. Respectfully receiving its gift. And what they found out in the study was they harvested half the field. Not all the field, not 3/4, not 95%. They harvested half the field. And that field flourished greater, giving back more than it started with, because its gift had been received respectfully. Your map that you created in our last discussion, your particular tuned in and turned on self, has gifts to give that get to be received with respect and honor and grace. And in so doing and giving your gifts and letting them be received respectfully, honorably, sustainably, you are in harmonious relationship with the abundant design of life, of literal, natural life. And you and I get to respectfully receive the gifts from all of life, the abundant gifts, respectfully and sustainably, in harmony with the whole. This is one of the most exciting, inspiring ways of living I can think of. to get in harmonious relationship with life itself as life itself. To dance this dance of give and take, gift and receive, to be in flow. This, my friends, is true abundance, richness, affluence. And you get to have it. You get to be it. You get to do it. It is entirely possible. I don't care what the world looks like to you right now. It cannot undo the law of harmony, the law of abundance, the law of love. You were built for it. You were made for this moment. You are here now to be fully tuned in, turned on, abundant. I know without any doubt, this is your birthright and your legacy. May you make it your faith practice to know it to be true. And of course, as we wrap up the series, I have one final practice. And it's a Buddhist practice called the metta practice, or also known as the loving kindness practice. Here's why. What does this have to do with my abundance? Because when we were out of harmony, when we are experiencing dissonance, when you run into the places that have clogged your flow, interrupted your flow, I want you to have a practice to remedy that. Because it's going to happen, right? Because the world, you will get interrupted. Your flow will get clogged. It all is happening in your own being, by the way. And so this metta practice is intended as sort of a Drano for your consciousness. Metta practice is blessing and praying for yourself, your beloveds, the world, and particularly those and that which you are in dissonance with, that are interrupting, clogging your flow. And it's many ways to do it, but I'm going to share one way from Rabbi Ramesh Shapiro and the book Sacred Art of Loving Kindness. You'll begin, may I be filled with love and abundance. May I be happy and at peace. And you can repeat that until it feels juicy and good to you. Then you're going to add, may they be filled with love and abundance. May they be happy and at peace. Then extend that to all of creation, all living beings, animated force of life, everything, everywhere. May all beings be filled with love and abundance. May all beings be happy and at peace. And then maybe visualize a harmonious web of love and abundance, connecting all beings, the entire tapestry of life, vibrating with beauty and love, joy and abundance. So that's the basic practice. I want to add a layer. I want to offer that as familiar and intimate as I've been asking you in this series to get with you tuned in and turned on, with your whole true nature, with your state of grace and how that feels in your body. All these ways I'm asking you to get into intimate connection and realness with your whole true self, capital S self. I also want to invite you to get intimate with what's clogging the drains, to get intimate with what interrupts your flow. If it's a news story, if it's a politician, a neighbor, a family member, your bank account balance, whatever you are running into where you know that you are getting interrupted, that you're getting into a state of dissonance rather than harmony, where you're getting into a state of stuckness and restriction rather than flow and expansion. This is a call for prayer. This is a call for blessing. And you can use this meta practice every time you become aware of dissonance, of interruption, of misalignment. Bless it. Pray for it. May this be a place of peace, abundant joy. Bless it. Use it as a call to prayer. I love you so much. May this series inspire you, bless you. May these practices move you into right action, greater good, more alive, awake, and aware you tuned in and turned on.